Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, and we are still working on the C5 to Z06 conversion, although we are right at the very end of this. I'm doing the last final little bits. The bumper's going to go on, just did the rear trunk latch on it. That just got finished up, but one of the parts of this project has been the hood, and I've been a little torn on what I was going to do with it. Number one, this is a Specter Werks hood that's on this car. I actually think it's the second best looking C5 Corvette hood that was ever offered. The first one being a Motown. If anybody knows where I can find one, by all means, tell me where it's at. I'll buy it immediately. But it's a great looking hood, but it's been on the car close to 20 years. It's been repaired a ton of times, a ton of cracks in it. It's the last thing that I need to do to the C5 project to get this car done, and I still haven't decided. So what I did was I bought myself a set of these Trackspec Motorsports heat extractor vents for the hood, and I figure with as much space as they take up on the hood, if I can get these mounted up, void out those two big large spaces that I'm not going to have to body work, then you know what, this hood's going to be worth saving, and I can make a little bit of content on how to install these things. Lastly, if I end up screwing up the hood and I have to buy a new one, well, you got to see how not to do it. So anyhow, unbox these things. They come with some pretty detailed directions. As you can see, I did the center line down the center of the hood, and about the time that I got to about here in the directions, I realized there was absolutely no reason to do that. That was for if you got the three-piece kit that came with the center one. You know where the center line of the hood is now. Over on this side, you get these templates that come in the box. You have to look at them really hard, but they have letters on them, and we have A, B, C, and D. Now, it said to measure 6.5 inches from the outside edge here up and align point A, and then measure 1 inch in, and that's where you'll align point C. And what I did, I use this in the crash business all the time, and it's a measuring tape. It's exactly 1 inch thick, so per the directions, go 1 inch off the edge of the hood. So I just laid this out, came up 6.5 inches, put my mark, laid out my deal, and we're ready to hopefully cut this thing out. If you don't want to cover everything in your garage in fiberglass, take your part outside or somewhere where you can do this grinding and cutting, because anytime you start grinding on fiberglass, that stuff goes absolutely everywhere. And I don't want it all over the C5 project, so we moved this out to the edge of the garage here. I got some good airflow coming through, and car should stay clean. Let's cut some holes. Now that I've done all the initial cuts in it, went back and read the directions, now I need to connect them. And it says the panel should drop out. Well, that makes it easy. Yeah, actually, once that's all riveted down, that's gonna sit really nice on that hood. I'm pretty happy with these. Pretty easy to install too. Yeah, that's definitely gonna look sharp. Well, you guys tell me what you think, but I'm going to say that the Trackspec Motorsports hood vents just saved the Specter Werks hood from the circular file. thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next time. And again, be sure to leave that big O thumbs up.